Hey guys, it's Hither Mann here, and I'm super excited because this is a trading video, and I haven't done one of these for a long time because I've been focusing a lot more on the venture capital and the investment banking side of things that I do. But for everyone who is interested in Forex trading and how to be a professional at Forex trading, first of all, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to be putting a lot of content out for free. Plus, if you want to join me on a live free trading workshop, then you must click the link below, or if I can put it anywhere on this screen. That is a free questionnaire that tells me a little bit about your trading knowledge to date. You can be completely new, by the way. Click on the link around this video or look in the bio or on this video. If I can get my team to place it around here somewhere, click on it, make sure you have answered the questions, because that will give me a bit of insight onto your trading knowledge that exists right now, whether you've been trading crypto, Forex, alone, stocks, bonds, whatever. I want to know, and I want to know how much money you've been making as well, because I want to help you guys make even more. If you're brand new, please also fill out the same questionnaire and just say you're brand new. That's okay. I love teaching people who are brand new to financial trading because you're actually easier to coach than those with bad mistakes. But anyway, let's get on to this video and the content that I've got planned. I've written it down here. 5 tips to trading like a professional. Now, let's go with number 1. The first one is emotional intelligence. What does that mean? Well, that means that you cannot just rock up from your 9 to 5 or your business and think that the same mindset will work for trading. Trading is a different beast. You need to know exactly your mental makeup. So it's actually a bit more like therapy. Trading becomes a form of self-therapy more than I've ever seen in any other industry. For example, when you're working with property, it's so easy. You'll put your money into a property deal, eventually properties will go up. Even if you get a bad deal, it will eventually make money if you hold on to it. Or if you buy a cheap property and flip it, it's a no-brainer. You didn't have to do that much. It's all more like a negotiation game. It's not a mental game. And then if you're doing business, you get busy with clients, and if you're a business person, it actually is still easier. Financial trading is harder because it's you versus a laptop, or you versus a screen, and you versus the money. There is nothing in between other than air and your mindset. So please make sure that you know where the demons are. And that means things like, look at your habits. Are you someone who drinks excessively? Are you someone who eats bad stuff excessively? Like, I know even I've got a sugar addiction, and I know what drives it. Like, for example, what drives my sugar addiction? Sometimes it gets a little bit like, oh, I honestly know that it's because of anxiety. It could be anxiety from business, taking on too much, and then it ends up I'm comfort eating. Luckily, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take drugs. But if you do any of those 3 I just mentioned, that's going to be a downfall to you. Like, everyone's got their vice. Like, I'm working a lot to make sure my sugar addiction is reduced. Like, I'm not that bad anymore, but I have been really bad. And so I've really worked on it, and I figured out what triggers that need. And sometimes it's me just not eating well enough or not getting enough sleep, and all of this peak performance routine is obsessed. And that's what gives you emotional intelligence. There's a lot more to it. And if you really want to work on that, make sure you come to my free events, ask me about it, and I'll give you more guidance, right? So, but in a nutshell, trading requires more from you mentally and emotionally than any other asset class. So please don't underestimate that. Now, moving on to number 2. Number 2 is your relationship with money. Believe it or not, people don't like money. I know it sounds crazy because you're here listening to me talking about Forex, and obviously you like money, but you don't like it when it gets too big. You like enough to just get comfortable, enough to pay bills, enough to have buy the nice things. But when it gets a lot, millions in the bank, millions in your trading account, I think people don't like that because they're scared of even getting to that point, or they don't know how they don't even see themselves as a rich person. So most people don't even contemplate how they would look like as a millionaire or a multi-millionaire, or one day a billionaire. Like, it doesn't even cross their path. It's just like, I just want to be wealthy, but I don't want to be filthy rich. And all of these comments, they sabotage you. You're like, yeah, I don't want to be like those big high flyers out there. They have got such a bad life. And I hate the people that show off, wear nice clothes or drive nice cars. Any little comment like that coming from your mind about other people who are wealthy is a reflection of your poor relationship with money. Of course, money is just a tool. It is something that buys you freedom. It buys you power to have choices. So what you do with it is your fault, like what good or bad, it's down to your choices. But I don't want you to hate on money, because if you do, financial trading is not for you. Like, you're going to lose a lot of money, and it becomes a gambling issue rather than a trading issue, right? So that's number 2. If you need help on that, obviously this is what I do millionaire mindset training on. Just come to my free workshops and ask me about it, because I want to help people with their relationship with money. Number 3, this one's easy. You have to be very organized. Okay, this is a very practical tip. I want you to have a really clean room. I want you to have your table should be clutter-free. Like your trading desk, your environment, the room you live in, like your house, your living conditions right now. I want them to be very organized. And this is a psychological tool. When you clean up stuff, when you declutter, when you just get really organized, life becomes a lot more easier when you're doing something difficult. Now, trust me on the process. Like, just do it, see how you feel. You'll 100% feel good about it at the end. People are just lazy, like they want to just throw things about, have things left around, and they always come back to it later. I'm pushing you to be very organized now and get rid of stuff. Less is more. You don't need everything in your wardrobe. If you want to get rid of it on a quarterly basis, give away stuff to charity. I do that. I love having less rather than a lot of stuff. Every time I buy something, I make sure I get rid of something first, because otherwise, the good karma that comes with that by recycling energy is so important. But clutter-free, really good for your energy levels, mentally, emotionally. So try it, and it will help your trading, because can you imagine trading with a mess around you? You will just be scatty in your mind. So no scatty people when you're trading. Okay, that's number 3. Number 4, a lot more trading focus now. Obsess over risk management. Most people, when they come to me financial trading, they are so obsessed with like the execution of the strategy. They can tell me how they can execute. They want to learn the strategy of making money, whether it's a long-term strategy, a medium-term, short-term. We have like 3 different short-term strategies. We have 1 medium-term and 1 long-term. And, but then we have 2 different risk management hedge fund rules that go with that. And then a risk management. So we have like 7 elements altogether. And people are putting the risk management at the back. Like, it's never on their forefront of their mind. They always are obsessed with the execution of getting in the market, but they don't understand the downside. So I'm telling you, be obsessed with the downside, because the upside will protect itself. It is so important. People just they just lose more money than they ever will make, and I don't want them to not be profitable. But the key to being a profitable person is to obsess over risk management. And actually, going back to my number 3 point, with being very organized, the reason why that's important, it's practical. You also need to have a trading journal. So your trading journal is going to be something that will keep you very organized. It will keep your momentum. It will keep you accountable. It will measure your performance. You'll be able to tell which strategies work versus which ones don't for your personality. And I actually give people a copy of my trading journal, my own personal trading journal template that I have used and I still use now. I will give you that if you come to one of my trading workshops. So there you go. Click on the link. Another reason why you should be clicking on this link and getting onto my next free workshops. Okay, next, I think I've kind of done 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's just recap. Number 1, emotional intelligence. You really need that more than in anything else. Like, I cannot obsess about it enough. Number 2, your relationship with money has to be good. Both of those 2 things can be really helped through my mindset coaching, my millionaire mindset coaching, and the peak performance training. I do that. Number 3, be very organized, like in your personal life, in your spatial, like, if someone walks into your home, in your room, is it organized? Is it neat? That says a lot about you. And your trading journal will also be a reflection of how organized you are in your trading. Your trading has to be super organized. So that's number 3. Number 4, obsess over the downside, the risk management. That's more important than the upside. The upside is always going to be that, because every trading strategy I've taught my mentees has got a bigger reward to risk profile. So you make the risk super managed, you're going to see the rewards. But 100% you're going to be profitable if you follow the risk management. Like, it's so powerful. And of course, if you follow everything else I teach you. So it's so important to obsess on the risk management. And last but not least, keep adding funds into your trading account. Okay, most people, and this really annoys me, when I see new traders coming to Fortune Academy. My current traders don't do this, but you know, like the 95% of trader population, they do this one thing wrong, which is they trade a tiny account forever. Like, even if they build up the, let's say someone has an £1,000 account and they double it over a period of time, which is very high risk trading, but whatever, different combo. Yeah, when it's so small, you have to risk a lot of money. You have to aim for double that because it's so boring. What can £1,000 do for you? You need to make it double, 3 times, whatever. But what people do is this: 1,000 becomes 2,000, and then they take off the 1,000 and they try and make the 1,000 go back to 2,000. That becomes a gambling. Your trading is not sophisticated. You are gambling because you're taking 100% risk in order to double it, you know, and you're creating such bad trading patterns. You're trading small money, taking high risk, and trying to make it bigger and bigger. You know, that's not trading, that's gambling. So what I encourage you to do is put a direct debit of some of your income. Now, even if it's whatever you can afford, every month a direct debit goes into your trading account, because that way, and you don't touch your money. So that's number one. So you're adding money in all the time. And second, you take out money from that trading account twice a year only, 6 months and 12 months, or approximately, right? But you don't touch it for a minimum 6 months. That's discipline. That's like a real trader. Because what happens then is you get used to building this massive cash cow, and this cash cow, you take money out twice, and that is what you live off. You know, so you pay your rent, your mortgage, whatever, you pay your bills and everything else. Through that, you start money managing a lot better because you're making this cash cow your asset, and you're making this asset pay for the liabilities like the rest of your life, you know? So that's what professional trading looks like. Most people will be just doing stuff that's far from it. And it's really frustrating to watch because as a mentor, my biggest aim is to get you guys to think like a professional trader. And I genuinely want to help people do well in trading because it's been the reason I started becoming a public speaker back in 2012. So what you've got to do is click the link, get onto my next free trading workshops, get as much information as possible on my free workshops, and then I also do paid workshops where you get the more higher level information. Either one is fine for me. Just as long as I can help you, I want to see you there. So click the link, subscribe to my YouTube channel, of course, follow me on social, and just keep up the momentum. Be confident. You will get this right, but it won't happen overnight. It does require a lot of new habits, a lot of new methodology that you maybe haven't done before, but it's so worth it on the other side. So I love talking to traders. Thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.